Today I'm working with how to find out how much for one. So I'm going to take the price of something and divide it by the number in the package to find out how much each individual item costs. So for starters, we've got 4 dry erase markers that cost $3.88. So I'm going to start with the price, $3.88, divide it by 4. First thing I like to do is take this decimal point and put it straight up above there. Then I'm going for how many 4s in 3. There's not any that go. 0 times 4 is 0. I subtract, I get 3, bring down my 8. How many 4s in 38? Well, if I know grab my oars and know my 4 song, I know it's going to be 9 of them. 9 times 4 is 36. When I subtract, I got a 2. I bring down my 8. How many 4s in 28? There would be 7 of them. And 7 times 4 is 28. No remainder. So each of the dry erase markers costs about 97 cents. I got a pack of fun-size Snickers. There's 8 of them in the package, and it costs $1.28. So I'm going to take $1.28, divide it by 8. Remember to first thing move my decimal point up straight up above the decimal point. How many 8s in 1? 0. Subtract, bring down my 2. How many 8s in 12? Only 1 of them. 1 times 8 is 8. I subtract, I got a 4, and I bring down my 8. How many 8s in 48? 6, which would give me 6 times 8 is 48. So each of the fun-size Snickers cost about 16 cents a piece. Okay, I'll give you a chance to do a few of them. Try it out, stop the video, and then I'll go through the steps of what to do on each one of the next slides. Pringles, $4.45. Buying 3 of them, get my decimal point in there. This time they're costing over $1 because there is a 3 in 4. 1 times 3 is 3. I subtract, I got a 1 and bring down my 4. How many 3s in 14? That would be 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Subtract, bring down my 5. How many 3s in 25? Well, there would be 8 of them. 8 times 3 is 24. And I got 1 left over. This 1 left over is really 1 out of 3. So if I round it off to the nearest penny, $1.48 is the closest price I have. By the way, normally when I'm buying things like this, and trying to find out how much for one item, it hardly ever will come out exactly even in real life. Try out the Flavor Mix 20 single bag. I'm going to take the $7, divide it by 20, get my decimal point up there. How many 20s in 7? There's not any. How many 20s in 70? Well, 20, 40, 60, 80. 80 would be too much, so there's only 3 of them. That gives me 3 times 20 is 60. I got 10. Bring down my 0. How many 20s in 100? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 5 of them. And this time I have no remainder. So each of the chip bags costs about 35 cents each. We're buying 7 pairs of socks, and they cost $5.81 in all. Try it out. $5.81 divided by 7. How many 7s in 5? 0. I subtract. Bring down my 8. How many 7s in 58? A whopping 8 of them. 8 times 7 is 56. When I subtract, there's a 2. Bring down my 1. How many 7s in 21? 3. And this one looks like it comes out even. 83 cents. Buying 10 of the blue ink pens for $1.90. So $1.90 divided by 10, get my decimal point lined up. How many 10s in 1? None. Subtract, bring down my 9. How many 10s in 19? Just 1 of them. 1 times 10 is 10. I got 9 left over. Bring down my 0. How many 10s in 90? 9 of them. And then that means each of the ink pens cost 19 cents. Let's try one more. This time instead of ink pens, we're buying the pencils. $1.92 divided by 24. How many 24s in 1? 0. How many 24s in 19? Still 0. No, I don't think this has ever happened to us before. How many 24s in 192? Okay. In my head, I'm thinking 24 is very close to 25, and I can count by 25s really fast because it's basically quarters. 25, 50, 75, $1, 125, 150, 175, $2. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them would work. So let's try out 7 times 24. There's 28, carry my 2, 168. When I subtract, the thing is I get 24. And that's a problem because there are 24 in the pack. So I can't have 24 left over. That means instead of multiplying times 7, I should have multiplied times 8. And you're going to see if I multiply times 8, 24 times 8 is going to come out perfectly. 32, carry my 3, 16, 19, 192. Nothing left over. So each pencil costs only about 8 cents each. So hopefully that gave you some idea about what to do if you're wanting to know how much it costs for one item from a pack.